Hi, my name's Callum Taylor and I'm interviewing Chris Taylor about the Borough of Queenscliff in the 2000s. What did the main street of Queenscliff look like?
It's a beautiful street with lots of some hotels and shops. I think that kind of one of the biggest things and one of the biggest changes for me was there used to be a shop, kind of a famous shop called Eddies Emporium, which closed down. There's a fantastic ice cream shops and then a brand new ice cream shop that we love. A few old bookshops and the Queenscliffe bookshop, which is one of our favourite places. The Queenscliff Hotel, of course, the View Grand, and the post office, which are some of the places that we go a lot and really enjoy.
Okay, second question. What did the main street of Point Lonsdale look like?
Point Lonsdale is a lot smaller and just kind of that one strip looking on one side of the street, then looking out to the playground and across to the ocean. The playground for me was the kind of the central point of the street, I think, because we would end up there with the kids playing a lot, looking out at Point Lonsdale back at the front beach there. And it was a beautiful playground that's been really nicely developed. And then there was a couple of really nice coffee shops and, real estate agent, news agent, and of course the kind of little supermarket.
What kinds of jobs do the Borough of Queenscliff residents do?
There seems to be people doing all sorts of jobs. There's a lot of tradesmen, people building houses, plumbers, painters, a whole range of people involved in the building industry. But then there's also, there's a bunch of people who do different things locally and in Geelong, in Melbourne, lawyers and accountants, all of those sorts of professions. There's obviously, there's teachers, and there's, a few primary schools still in Queenscliff and Point Lonsdale, as well as, people who look after the borough, like the people who are run the marina or who run the pilot, the pilot boats, work at the Marine Discovery Centre. Much less kind of defence than used to be in Queenscliff, as the sort of soldiers are no longer at the fort, which is, people say is a really big change.
What did they and you do for fun?
A lot of things, I think. For us, being in Point Lonsdale and Queenscliff has been a lot about having fun with kids, and we managed to find playgrounds all around Point Lonsdale, in the kind of suburban, in the suburbs. There's little playgrounds tucked away. There's a nice big new playground on Gellibrand Street in Queenscliff. The beautiful one at Point Lonsdale shops. A lot of sport, a lot of kids sport. Your kids playing cricket and football and basketball and racing around to all of those sports. Going to the beaches, Santa Casa Beach, I think has been one of our favourites, where you can go snorkeling and play in the rock pools, but also some body surfing or boogie boarding. Going to the back beach to surf. What else? Some great things like the vintage car rally, when that comes into town in January, I think it is. Is a fabulous event. The music festival, and the Sunday markets at Point Lonsdale Primary or at Queenscliff. So a whole bunch of stuff to do.
At that time, what was your favourite place in the borough?
I think probably Santa Casa Beach, and that, the big white strip of sand and the rocks and a place to go snorkeling and swimming. I think that's just a fabulous spot.
Okay, thanks Chris Taylor for this interview.
Thanks, Kel.